for breakfast. All I wanna eat is them barbecue chips.
Hey everybody, Bryce here. There's been some chatter on the forums about these guys, the SplatMaster. I thought I would do a real quick video, just kind of show you how it works. There are questions about sort of functionality, and then I'll open it up and show you the guts. These are cool guns. They were made a long time ago. It's going to be late 80s, early 90s. It's a really simple design. Basically, you got this big lump sticking out back here. This is sort of a sled that, well, we'll take it apart and I'll show you. It's a sled attached to the barrel. Take a 10-round tube, shove it in there. You got a little screw on the bottom of the grip right here. Lots of turns, but that's right. Drop a 12 gram in there, screw this in. It pierces the 12 gram. It's got this crazy second trigger, like, here, I'll put it against the wall so you can see it. Swoopy trigger frame. It's actually fairly comfortable. The ergonomics of the grip are pretty good. You can see through this little hole in the middle, right there. That's actually where you'll see the paintball sitting. When you push this in, this is how you cock the gun. Push that really hard. You can actually see down into, you won't be able to see it on the video, but when I take it apart, I'll show you. You can actually see down into the barrel. The barrel moves forward, which lets a ball drop in there. Pull the trigger. Bang, it shoots. This guy right here I bought used, 30 bucks I think, something like that, 35 bucks. I put a 12 gram in it. We shot it over a chronograph. First shot was 260, 270. I got about 10 or 12 shots before I was shooting pretty slow. Got about 16, 17 shots before it was below 200 feet per second. So that's pretty slow. But there's no external velocity adjust on these guys. You got to shim the spring, or cut the valve spring, or increase the strength on the main spring, well, that's about it.
You can try, but you never want to try to do us.
Okay, so I've already pulled up the screws out of this guy. We're going to pop him in half. Take that 12 gram out of there. Pull out the, take out the 10-round tube. Pull out the 12 gram plug. Just a little plastic plug. This is, it's kind of like with the old Revies and stuff. This old plastic is great. I mean, it's just tough. It's a resin of some sort. This little cap comes off that holds the two clamshell halves together. See, this guy's probably a rental or something. There's some old crusty paint on there. There's a guy who found a container of them. He's kind of reopening his pro shop. Alright, let's do this. Now, here's the trick with these guys. Well, a few weird things. Here, first of all, check this out. There's lead here and here, and here and here on this guy, in that grip frame. That's just for weight. I mean, it really helps though, because the gun does chomp around a lot. There's a lot of moving mass inside there. So a really simple clamshell design. First time I opened it up, I lost this little guy. There's a little trigger spring, so this is actually a pen spring. Cut down to fit in there. So let me take this out. Trigger, just a little plastic guy. You can see it's got a built-in sear right there. One piece, no independence here. Trigger spring. Keep him loose. Alright, let's look at this whole guts. This right here is your whole gun. Okay. Anybody who has a tracer or a phantom, this valve probably looks fairly like something you've seen before. It's got a built-in piercing pin right there. Hopefully you can see that and get some light on there. Here's your valve, your power tube. So when the valve is slammed shut like that, that's when you get your airflow through there. So air goes in there, stopped by a seal, bangs it forward. Here's your barrel. This barrel actually is what hits what the valve slams against, sort of. Got a sled here. This holds the whole thing together. Mainspring right there. Very simple design. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this guy actually cycles here. This guy has a bunch of weight in it back here. The barrel is attached by this sled right here. There's a couple little pins that stick up into the barrel. This big screw goes right through the two body halves and actually holds the valve in place. So you got this. Now this weight and this barrel are riding together because of this sled down here. I have the trigger out, but there's some little notches up in here where the trigger, this little sear guy, catches. So right now that's at its back place. There's another one right about there. So you got a pretty significant length on this travel. What happens is you push this guy in the back, and the second notch on the sled catches the sear up here. Like I said, I don't have the trigger in, so it'll fly out if I try to do this. So you push him back in right here. You can see the barrel actually moves forward, and then inside that barrel there's an opening on the top of it there. Once that's cleared this power tube, then a ball can drop in. So then it's staying forward like this. There's a detent on here that's missing on mine. Sticks up into the bottom of the barrel, the little rubber detent. So in a cock position, the gun is like this. When you pull the trigger, it's going to drop this back. The weight of this guy is going to be enough to pull this the barrel into this power tube hard enough to pop the valve open, and then it fires. So the only way you can adjust the velocity on this guy is by increasing or decreasing or shimming this guy. The heavier the spring is, the harder it'll hit. Or you could actually do some work on the valve spring itself. Probably easier to deal with the outside guy. That way you don't have to go finding a replacement for this. There's a big heavy spring on this. You have to push pretty hard to get this to cock. So that's the SplatMaster. Certainly one of the first commercially produced paintball guns out there. They're pretty cool guns, very fun to play with, moderately effective, and not terribly efficient. But yeah. So that's the guts. I'll just kind of look through here again. So you can see the pierce pin is right there on the bottom of the valve. One piece, so it's valve as well as the piercing mechanism, and then just the molded plastic holding it all together. So there's that guy. These are fun if you want to pick one up. You know, you can get them used. Some of it, like I said, the guy just found a trailer full of them. You can find them on M. Carter Brown. I don't know where else he's going to be selling them, but certainly a piece of paintball history and something that's eminently functional. So talk to you later.